deeper into something. Actually now there is a realization or there is a feeling amongst a lot of people that all future work is going to, or a lot of future work is going to happen in multidisciplinary areas, in somebody else's field. So when you get a psychologist, so we, for example, in our research group, we at least have, we always try to have a variety amongst people that work with us, and that is a strength in design actually, and we should actually leverage that. I mean, we have been multidisciplinary, we have been attracting people from many disciplines for a long time, and we have that strength, and actually I believe therefore design research can play a big role in the next few years because of that strength. We've been multidisciplinary for many years. We get people from art science, psychology, architecture, design, engineering, all disciplines of engineering and so on. So I think that is the strength that we have. Yes.
So usually design projects, especially student projects, are very open-ended, and they usually touch upon a lot of fields. In the sense, let's say I want to design something for kids. So there's child psychology to be read about, there is usability to be thought about, there's product design. There are a lot of things that you can actually refer to as referencing goes, and many of the students don't do it. So at the end of it, what happens is they get along with their project, they do it, and at the end of it, when they start writing a paper, then they go and start referencing it in the sense what is suitable to the chain that they are trying to make. So I'm just trying to say whether this kind of a process makes sense for a field like design, because usually things are very open-ended. I want to make something for kids, but I don't know what I'm going to innovate upon. I might innovate on something in manufacturing, but ultimately the product is going to be for kids. So at the start of it, when I'm supposed to read papers, I don't know what is it that I'm going to innovate upon, so I don't know what am I supposed to do.
Correct.
So I mean,
so that is why we differentiate between a design process and research, or even design research. So design process itself, and I'll come to different types of paper that we will write in the second part of this talk after the chai and the samosa. But when I'm designing something, in fact, one of the things that when we started our PhD program, these guys have been always emphasizing, Atwankar and all these people have been emphasizing that a PhD in design does not involve necessarily designing anything. Okay, but it is about design in some way. So you don't design something at the end of your PhD. So whereas our MDes program is very much about design, which it ought not to be. I believe that we ought to actually put forward a lot more research content than we do right now in our MDes programs. But because of the structure of our education system right now, or traditionally has been for so long, we haven't been getting that many design students. So this year we I think have the highest number of design